Good afternoon once again to all the practitioners of Dubucan, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And to all the friends, brothers, and sisters also outside the country following the holistic art of Dubucan. So my warmest to everyone. As usual, I'm always hoping everything is going fine. Everything is going fine and here is okay. Here is really fine as we go forward in our holistic art. And joining now, my warmest regard to Maribig. How are you, Maribig? And Aliging Roslan is joining. How are you? Mayong hapon po. GM, yes, mayong hapon Maribig. I'm glad to see you once again. And Aliging Roslyn and everybody. So, ako ang mga pangumusta sa tanang mga practitioner sa Dubucan, sa Luzon, Visayas, ug Mindanao sa ating mga chapter sa different region dito sa Cebu City, sa Luzon, at saka pati doon sa Mindanao. And ang mga panghinaot nga naakamutanan sa mayong panglawas, you are all in the good health and doing well. Joining also is si Aliging Bulalakaw. Magandang hapon diya do, mayong hapon diya. And sa Guadalupe chapter is Jillian, mayong hapon Jillian. O sa uban pang mga kaubanan, mga practitioner na to sa Dugukan, sa Holistic Art, sa Guadalupe chapter. O sa tanang mga chapter na to sa Dugukan. So, all the practitioners, brothers and sisters, today is a good day. And good day man karon kay unsay mga nakayo sa adlaw karon kay karong adlaw hilabihan ka init. Nya dili mayong igawa ganihang untog grabe ka init sa Cebu City nya ni uwan og kalit. Mao to siyang klase sa ulan nga pangpasmo to nga ulan. Wala nga karon magbantay-bantay ta kay og kalit kayo nga muulan unya gikan init kayo kalit kayo muulan so possible nga naay mga hilanat. Unya COVID ra man ang mga hilantan karon, manang is dangerous mga sakit-sakit sa lawas karon. We should avoid na mayroon tayong mga sakit-sakit. I am good po, GM. Yes, nice to hear from you, Marivic. Nice, really nice. I'm glad and I'm hoping that everyone really is really fine. Muna nga itong mga panghinaot. So, mo po niya nga itong management sa atong holistic art. Mga panghinaot nga ang tanan na sa mayong panglawas. O atong pangumusta, si Ann is now present sa Bethlehem Day Resort Paradise, Marabilia, Tabuilan, Cebu, North Cebu. Mayong hapon, Ann. Nice to see you here. Good afternoon, GM. Yes, good afternoon, Ann. Mayo kayo kay naayuta karon presenta sa atong live broadcast. Joining also is Mujo. Si Aptic Joe ni siya, Mujo. Then si Tangs Shatur. Okay, mayong hapon diha Tangs o si Matan Generos. Mayong hapon diha Matan Generos, mayong hapon sa tanang mga taga Karatan chapter sa Buena Vista, Carcar City, Cebu. Ug mayong adlaw sa tanang mga taga Buena Vista. Tanan yung mga taga Buena Vista sa atong mga makugihong mga opisyalis sa barangay. Mayong hapon diha sa tanang mga taga barangay o sa tanang mga silingan. Mayong hapon sa tanang mga silingan. Radio pa ni siya makadungog ang tanan kay internet man so only people having cellphone and touch screen and internet connection can join our broadcast. Okay, joining also is si Benji Estorco sa Negros. Mayong hapon diha Inday. Mayong hapon. Mayong adlaw, GM, watching once again from our Manila chapter. Okay. Maya po ni, musta mga itong mga kaigsuunan sa Manila chapter natin? Ano bang mga activities natin dyan? Of course, while still mayroon pang problema tayo sa ating may ECQ pa tayo ngayon. So, hindi pa tayo maaaring mga diretso-diretsong makalabas, di ba? Kay itong ECQ, okay, we are prohibited na doon maglakaw-lakaw ta sa karasada unless we have the quarantine pass. Anyway, okay man lang din kay we are having quarantine. We are also having enhancement natin dito sa ating mga activities. So, meditation, art of life. Okay, from Fish de Castro, mayang adlaw Fish. Good PM GM, happy to hear you from, again, from Manila chapter. Yes, mayang hapon. Yeah, Fish, magandang araw sa iyo. O ngayon, dito is what today? What's the day today?
May 13.
May 13, unsa na adlaw ron? Miyerkules ba ngayon?
Yes, Jim.
Okay, Miyerkules ngayon. So,
Wednesday.
Wednesday. So, nice Wednesday. The sun shining. So, parting inita. Shining brightly. So, we are also shining brightly. Pag masyadong bright ang ilaw natin, so, makasilaw sa mata. Sometimes piercing. So, it's meant to say that equilibrium is always the best. It is always the best discipline. Ang mga tao pag magsulti tag discipline, many people are afraid of medicine. Medicine. I'm talking about discipline, naging medicine. So this would be really the healing for the people. Mental discipline, kasi pag wala tayong mental discipline, parang matakot tayo. Kaya matakot tayo ng mayroong mental discipline. But really, that is what we need by this time. Mental discipline to overcome many of our human weaknesses that must be overcome because it's really needed to overcome. Kasi kailangan tayong maging malakas everyday, especially against negative psychic attacks, mga depressions, ang daming mga negative vibrations that can cause someone to be depressed in life. So, kailangan talaga na mag-apply ng mental discipline, especially for the food. Itong inner cultivation ngayon, this is part of mental discipline. Mayroon kang ginagawa, you will not eat the food, the usual food that you eat. So, hindi ka makakain ng maraming mga pagkain except water. So, that's part of mental discipline. Kailangan sa inner cultivation or sa spiritual development, kailangan talagang mental discipline. So, in other words, so mental discipline is spiritual discipline. Okay, so from Thes de Castro, may hapon, yes, I am done reading that. Then from Jamaisa Restauro, nag-iilaw. Okay, may hapon, Aptik Maymay. And Sean, maging igmat na si Maymay. Okay, Maymay, igmat ka na ngayon, Gagmay, kasi nag-iilaw ka ngayon. Ibutang mo doon siya kuha niya haligay si Maymay igmat na ngayon. Kaya si Maymay being a good XRM, magluto ng magandang mga pagkain, cake. Masarap na cake. Palagi magtanong, masarap GM? Ako, masarap. Okay, masarap yung pagkain. Okay, very good. For the light service that you have done, okay, talagang igmat ka na ngayon. Okay, totoo yan, haligay, igmat na yan si Maymay for the service that actually the dedication of the light service is not only that thing doing something parang lang, but because I am referring to the nag-iilaw. Itong nag-iilaw talagang nag-iilaw. Okay? Okay, from Matan Generos. Good afternoon, GM. Watching you live here. Karatan Site. Today is the birthday of Katkat, GM. Hangyo ko GM sa imong blessing para sa iyang birthday. We will just prepare food tomorrow because we are having our energy cultivation today. Thank you GM for your spiritual guidance and blessings to all. Okay. Yes, Matan Generos. Atong pangayon ang blessing sa Supreme Master for Katkat. So, blessing to Katkat and have the best of health and powerful energy. Okay, good lucks. Pag good lucks. Ang bata, mag-guided siya on future time. So, will become useful for the noble cause of light and can make life really atong inon lang dakog kahimuan sa kinabuhi nga mahimong makaayo sa daghang mga katawhan, makalid sa daghang mga katawhan for sa maayong nga kahayag. Nato mo ni importante kay karon ang mga bata will be guided in the right path in life away from vices away from destructive vices. Kaya this is actually the problem. Ang mga bata once nga naa sila doon sila sa mga kahilayan or mga bisyo, so time will come ma-contaminate sila sa mga dangerous vices, so that would be something like difficult big problem. So that's why the Dugukan group, itong ating mga kasamahan sa Dugukan are advocators of holistic art away from vices. Wala tayong mga bisyo, walang mga sugal, walang mga ng hubog-hubog, walang mga all kinds of destructive vices. So that is how we are going to do our holistic art, and we are going to inspire all the children, because the children really are the future of the generation, future of the new generation. So it's meant to say that we are in the positive side. We are going to serve light and guide the children ngadto sa maayong kaimuan, guide the children into the better ways, guide the children to become good and to become good leaders in the future, because they learn holistic art and they don't have vices which are really destructive to life. So that's why mao na ato ang disiplina. Mao na nga ato ang mga pag-encourage sa mga ginikanan nga mga di pa gyud maka sabihin lang natin na hindi pa sila makaalis ng mga bisyo. So at least itong mga children ng mga children ngayon on the new generation, matulungan natin sila. We can encourage them in the field of sports. Itong Arnes Eskrima, kasi Eskrima is ano ba ito Eskrima? This is actually national sport. So kultura ito nating mga Filipino, natural cultural sports, and this is really famous Eskrima. Kay Asing Eskrima nakaabot na ito siya worldwide. Ang dami ng mga teachers of Eskrima outside the countries, and mayroon na siyang maraming mga tournament, national tournament. So possibly this year nag-sponsor tayo ng national tournament, but because of the problem, so of course ma-postpone itong ating mga activities. Ay, wala man tayong magagawa kay mayroon mang problema sa ating paligid, mayroong problema ang ating country na yon na dapat malutas muna. And of course, from Engineer Kirby, mayong hapon dia Engineer. Good afternoon, GM. Home, yes. Home anyway, home, sweet home, Engineer. So, where is our home? Dito ngayon, ang home natin yan is center or heart of the city. It should be heart of the province, because by this time, we really miss the site. And of course, physically or materially, we cannot be there. Spiritually, doon tayo. Okay, hapit ng Pizza 15. We're looking forward. Pag matapos na ng Pizza 15, okay, we can be free to visit the site anytime. Tingnan lang natin. Okay, from Maribik, Anagha. Maribik, ano ang igmat po, GM? Okay. Sa Dugukan kasi, sa Dugukan may category tayo sa Dugukan. For the people that will go into the first initiation, nag-ready sila sa initiation, so they are in the beginners. So they are magkat-on. Next is uptick. It means to say, if that is a category in martial arts, they are actually brown belt. So then igmat, black belt, then matan, black belt, first dan, matan, then haligi, it means to say master category. So yan ang mga categories ng Dugukan. So magkat-on, uptick, igmat, matan, and haligi. So we have 5 categories of Dugukan. Okay, Dugukan is yung yung originator or founder. So yan mga kuha natin, mga categories ng Dugukan. And may leadership initiation. Ito lang in the case of, for example, ito si Maymay. Si Maymay, mata na nito si Maymay. Then, kasi wala nag-iilaw the past few years, so na-demoted into uptick. Ngayon, balik na siya ng igmat kasi umiilaw naman siya ngayon. Okay, so yes, that's my reason why na naging igmat siya ngayon. Kasi pag hindi siya mag-iilaw, mana siya, may mga raming mga practitioners ng dukukan, naging mataas na yung mga categories. Then because we will say na love ito natin sila, so na mana nga gimonitor na kung ilang mga performance when it comes to their cultivation. So and everybody will undergo lightship initiation. So itong lightship initiation, I will explain lightship initiation. During lightship initiation, so that is actually the ceremonial exercise na intended to screen the people that will become teacher of art of life 172. So kagaya here, itong mga brothers and sisters natin, then you are decided to teach lessons of art of life 172 na mayroong connections from the Supreme Masters, of course, from the Supreme Master, Supreme Superlight Angels, based on the modality na binigay nila sa atin. Okay, so we will undergo lightship initiation. So may reason why na I'm looking forward to see everyone na makarating kayo sa ating site for the lightship initiation. And right after that, okay, final na itong connection natin for teaching of lessons of art of life 172. But for the meantime here right now, because having this conference, because it's up to this kind of communication na pwede lang nating magawa. Okay, you can teach lessons of art of life 172 kay partially lang kay ang siya mas taas ng level sa pagpanood do, we will put up center. For example, mayroon tayong center like for example doon sa Manila chapter natin. Sa Manila chapter, sila si Ann, nagpunta man sila doon sa site o ni-undergo sila og lightship initiation. So, pwede na silang makaturo ng art of life 172 kasi nakapasar sila sa lightship initiation. And also Divini Satur. Okay, sa Divini, basahin muna natin yung message ni Divini. Okay. Okay, from Optic Irish. Okay, sa Liburon chapter. Ayong hapon di Optic. Hi GM, good afternoon. Watching here from Liburon chapter. Okay, sa tanang mga taga Liburon chapter, maayong hapon na to sa tanang mga taga Liburon chapter. Maayong hapon, of course, always mga panghinaot nga ang tanan nagyod sa maayong paglawas na sa kapiskay ug kabaskog sa kaning kusog sa espiritu. Okay, maayong hapon diha Abtik Irish o sa tanan. Kanya Matan Generous. Okay, thank you GMPS 172. Blessing sa receive. Okay, we are welcoming Matt sa labang magagagahom kita magapasalamat. Then joining also Pasita Gamutan, and nice to see you here Pasit, and good afternoon to you. Mayong hapon GMPS 172. Okay, from Maribik, maraming salamat po GM. Divini Sator. Okay, hello GM, good afternoon. We are watching from Karatan Chait as today. Siya naman nawawa naman. Okay, as of today, Art of Life 172, Angels Contact and Connection, exercises 4 to 5 a.m. Karatan Karka City main site chapter, which we saw again group of many Supreme Superlight Angels on time in one direction. Murag nagparade. If what is the sign, another big events to happen on earth. Hopefully, our collective Art of Life 172 exercises will help the healing, raise the frequency of this planet, help us, Lord God, spare us from danger, GMPS spirit of Dugukan. Okay? Okay, as I said, pag mga makita ninyo yung mga angels of the supreme light na marami talaga sila doon sa taas, and then unusual itong mga makikita ninyo, it means to say ay mga paparating na mga bigger events. So that's why, as I said, this time actually is transitory time ngayon, transitory, it means to say when it comes to the situation of peace and harmony, balance of energy in the surroundings, mga trials of time ba, ang ibig sabihin. Ngayon is very transitory itong time, ever-changing. It means to say ever-changing. May mga event na talagang we could say na big trials for the lives of many people. So that's the reason why we have exercises in the holistic art. Ang holistic art is, holistic art is different because actually it is an art of survival. Lahat ng mga tao will need art of survival. There's no one, there's no one in the human character, in the human nature of life that actually does not need art of survival. Everybody needs survival. Maski nga ano kayo pa tayo ka powerful sa ating buhay, maski nga ano pa tayo ka secured, because that is only belief that we are okay and secured. Wala tayong, when it comes to reality, wala tayong security without inner cultivation against negative energies. For example, viruses, for example. Pag ito ngayon, pag mga tao, pag really secured pa against the viruses, so hindi tayo mag-lockdown ngayon. Walang ECQ ngayon. So, may freedom tayo ngayon na magpasyal-pasyal kahit saan. Because of this problem, because of the threat of the coronavirus, so ito nangyari, mayroon tayong ECQ, ongoing ECQ. So, at saka ang dami mga tao mga infected, so maraming mga tao mga namamatay because of the threat. And just imagine how much more pag mayroon pang mas malakas pang mga trials nga, mas malakas pa yung power ng viruses nga kagaya dito ngayon nga nangyari ngayon. So, it means to say na kailangan talagang mayroong mga inner cultivation ang lahat ng mga tao para maka-counter sila whatever negative psychic attacks, whatever negative energies that might be harming the surroundings, that shall come to threaten the lives of the humanity. So I'll just say it humanity kasi for the entire humanity man. So ang meaning, ang inner cultivation must be, of course, intended for everybody. Everybody, entire humanity, kailangan may art of survival. Kung itong mga walang art of survival, of course, in times of trial, wala talaga. Then you just imagine lang God, pag mayroong kalamidad, pag mayroong kalamidad, walang pagkain, ang mga tao mamatay sa gutom. O pag mayroong mayroong mga art of survival, okay, hindi mamatay ang tao sa gutom. Ang tao makasurvive yun bisag walay kaon. Okay, also now is V. Akutin Belendez. Of course, Manila chapter, mayong hapon diya V. Nice to see you here. And Junil Aladad, mayong hapon. And Delilah. Musta man si Delilah karon? Mayong hapon ni Delilah diya sa Guadalupe chapter o sa tanang mga pinalangga nato nga mga kaigsuunan diya sa Guadalupe chapter. My hope, my wish always, all the time, you're doing well. Kay guman sa lockdown, mananapunta diha. O niya, para sa kasayuran sa tanan, kining Guadalupe chapter, maayo ni, nindot ni nga lugar kay nailangob nga ito nga talagsaon. Manang langob nga, mangita mo langob nga lam kayo, never-ending cave. I'll just say it, never-ending cave. Kaya ang langob, lahos nga ito sa Negros, below sea level. It means to say nga nada diya sa Guadalupe. We have also activities, cave activities, inner cultivation sa Guadalupe, Carcar City, Cebu. Then right after doon sa activities na to sa Langob, mugwa tayo nga to, then add to dito sa Nature Spring. It's a beautiful place. Okay, so mayong good afternoon, GM. Still watching you here in Guadalupe chapter. Yes, mayong hapon diha. Delilah. Okay, so kamusta ang tanang mga taga-chapter sa Dugukan, sa Karaatan, Danau, Lunas, Lebaron, Gorordo, Sandayong, Naga, Guadalupe, Sambuanga, Panama, Bethlehem. Of course, San Vicente, apel sa San Vicente. Of course, now our brothers and sisters from the different parts of the the country and the world joining now our conference, especially sa mga loyal kayo sa ato ang conference, loyal kayo sa atong holistic arts, si 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 Marivic sa India, o to all the friends of Marivic, mao na nga nalipay lang jud ko aning atong kalihukan ngayong ani, although we are far but we are very very close sa lahat ng mga practitioner natin sa Manila, headed by Maliging Bululakaw, sa tanang mga practitioners o sa tanang mga gustong mag-join there. Nga karon kay lisod man kayo ang panahon karon sa lakaw-lakaw, ato ang mga kalihukan ani lang sa dinhi, pero I'm really sure na bisag na ata diri nga ani atong kalihukan, marami tayong magawa sa ating buhay. Okay, unlike pag doon lang tayo sa bahay natin, unya dili ta mo follow sa ECQ kay of course especially probinsya, sa mga ECQ sa probinsya, so ato ka subay sa kalsada mo nang naay magatang. Pero ato ka sa daruhan, ato ka sa bukid, of course you will become healthy because why you become healthy in the mountains. In the mountains you will become healthy if you are inside your room. Di ka sa imuhang room, di ka makakita sa silang sa adlaw, o niya wala jud kay hamahanggap nga mga hangin kay nakadiha nga nindot kay hangin kay naka dito pasok ka sa imuhang kwarto, walay lutsanan, init di imong atop si imong balay sin, so medyo minus ang oxygen, di ba? Then og naka sa imong daruhan, naka dito di lang ka subay-subay sa kasada, apil mabiya po na sa ECQ, no? I'm not inspiring, but of course, one of the best healing for the physical body, natural healing, is fresh air, water, abundant supply of water, negative ion. The body needs negative ion. So it means to say, pag wala tayong ganyan, so kulang yung power sa energy natin sa katawan. So that's why beautiful places, nature is always essential for the management of good health. Kailangan yan. How we are going to manage our physical body, na talagang dili tayong ma-deprive sa mga substantive essences of nature na kailangan sa ating katawan. Okay, that is something like we are going to balance and we are going to manage our learnings on how to make our body really healthy and powerful against negative energies, against negative psychic attacks, against viruses. Okay, so fresh air. Anong commandment of good health? Ano ba yung commandment of good health? So, sunlight. So, early morning. After Art of Life 172, because you begin doing your Art of Life 172 1 hour before the sun will rise early morning. So, okay. Comprising of 1 hour, run sa exercise. So, pag matapos ng Art of Life, okay, you can see the sun rising early in the east. So, it means to say, maka-absorb ka ng, ano bang vitamin makuha natin sa sun? Okay, vitamin D. Good for the health. Yung mga vitamin makuha natin sa nature. Fresh air, early morning. And province, mayroong yung malakas na energy, negative ion, kailangan sa katawan. Unang kailangan itong mga beautiful places for our healing. And you can perceive how nice to be with nature. How nice to be with their Bethlehem, nature. Dito ka dito sa Tumoy na kahoy overlooking the ocean. So ang sunset nito very nice. It must be itong ating mga problems sa surroundings ngayon, mahiling siya. Kaya pag hindi ito mahiling, the more na you are only tied up in a certain place, a very small chamber of your house, parang hindi kayo baigor yung spirit. It must be the people will cooperate by this time. Di kayo magpapadlong, parang wala kayo ibay matakda na ng virus kasi mga virusa nga yamat ng mga virusa nga gi-lockdown mo hastang tanang mga puwersa sa mga panginabuhi po sa ubang mga wala gyud mga mahimo samot kalisod, di ba? Powerful nga virus nga di man tani perting pawira ka wala pay trono. Pero bisan pag walay trono, lukapan na ang mga tao when it comes to pangwarta. Ang itong mga naigo, ang tigbak na gyud. Ang uban wala pa, manang kaluyan sa Ginoo, maluwas na sila. Maunay akong gingon, kita karon the best healing with actually is kining abstinence. Kani ba yung abstinence, dili ta abstemiousness, dili ta maigo kay maglikay na tangdaan nga maigo. Ana mas mayo, that's better procedure. We are not hit by the negative viruses because we have the procedure. Inner cultivation, do not allow na you are infected. Diyan ka na mag-healing. You are already infected. So as much as you can, as much as we can, hindi tayo ma-infected para mas lalong malakas, hindi tayo infected. So, ang sagot dyan is inner cultivation. Pag ang mga tao mayroong inner cultivation, of course, wala. Dili ma-virus ang mga tao. Kining mga tao lang ma-virus, that's because again, ang ato bang walay pangandam, the lack of preparation. Another also thing which we can consider why we lack the preparation because of our education, how to manage our healthful condition. How we manage our healthful condition. Kasi when we talking about healthful condition, what we come into our mind is we have money, how we take good care of our healthful condition. Mayroon tayong pira, makapunta tayo doon sa mga expert at saka makapa-check up tayo. And that means a lot of money. And what about the people don't have that kind of potential? Walang mga pira kasi doon lang sa mga bukid-bukid. Nangumata dito, niya ang atong dili gabayod dako kayo. So, walay trabaho ng insakto. Mo na nga, ang knowledge karon sa holistic art, nga kining ato karong gihandulan, makatabang ka na sa daghang mga tao. We are going to enlighten them even though we do not have much money, but we are expert in the art of survival. That is what actually needed by everybody. So that's why, og walay potential in that field, so we have potential in this mastery. So, very beneficial, my friend. Very, very beneficial. Okay. From Haliging Yoyoy, good afternoon, GMPS 172. Thank you for being here live again for us. Okay, yes, ayong hapon niya daw. Then, Engineer Kirby, our brothers as well. Yes, Engineer. Oh, okay, nice. Good afternoon, GM from Patrice. Oh, nice to see you, Patrice. Nice to see you. And of course, mahuman yung lockdown. Iganto na ko dito sa Bethlehem. So, mo ato mi dito sa Bethlehem. Magsabot mi nian o ano sa siya makalugar. Di, mangita lang yung big lugar. Sorry mi diha kay buhan makaabot mi diha sa imuhang teritoryo, and looking forward nga mahuman na ning atong mga babag karon, kay mao ni atong babag karon kining mga kian karon mga threat sa ato ang panglawas yun ang ato ang coronavirus. May ECQ, ongoing ECQ pata, and hoping 15 may giingon sa ato ang gobyerno. So okay, that's good, kapit ng 15, and we'll see if anong ibig sabihin ng modified ECQ. I hope, looking forward na okay, we could have access na pwede na tayong makapasyal sa ating mga site. Then also now joining is Melanie. Good afternoon, GM. Yes, Melanie, good afternoon. Sa Babag chapter, nice to see you here. Melanie, I'm glad, really glad that you joined, and everyone. And also from Hana Alisna. Okay, kumusta man ni si Janet? Mayo, long time no see na ni Janet. Mayong hapon dia, Janet. And hoping you are doing well. And manay ako ang mga panghinawot sa tanang mga practitioners sa holistic art of dugukan. Okay? Onya from Matan Churel. Matan Churel sa kuane sa Gorordo chapter. Mao ni siya leader ngadto sa Gorordo chapter. Hello GM, good afternoon. Nag-iilaw si Matan. Watching you live here in Gorordo. Okay. Ayong hapon niya, Matan. Ang holistic art, unsa may buhaton na to sa atong holistic art nga makatabang ta karon sa mga tao. Hindi man ni mugtuong mga tao holistic art. Okay, so from Ann, thanks for watching. Cousin Eleanor. Okay, Ovinja. Nunez Hermosillo. Okay, nice. I'm glad to see you all here. Maayo kayo an na sa imong regards sa imong cousin, and welcome everyone here in our live conference. So, here in our live conference, our topic na din, this is holistic art. So, wellness exercise. Mani nga ang holistic exercise beneficial for everybody, and how we are going to make our physical body with much vigor of spirit. So, ang tubag ana again is Art of Life 172. So, ang mga tao karon, they are actually curious of what is Art of Life 172. So, sa physical fitness, there are two kinds of exercises, external and the internal. Ang external, you are going to develop your muscle, bones, particularly muscles. So that's why when you go bodybuilding, so magtuning ka sa imong muscle, so mo-develop imong muscles, so powerful imong muscles. Yeah, dere kay good shape, body shape, good shape sa imong muscles because you do your exercises. That is the management how you are going to make your muscle powerful, your physical condition healthy. And the other one is the internal system. The internal system is development of the internal energy. The vital force, actually energy that comes from the bones. So, energy that comes from the bones is actually really powerful, 90% more than powerful than the muscle energy. So that's why, in my case, if I'm going to illustrate energy from the bone, so I can multiply my muscle energy into many times. For example, ingani ko kadako, o niya doblihon ako akong kusog, makadaog kog okay, minus lang, makadaog kog 50 kilos with my muscle energy. Then if I will make it bone energy, so makadaog kog 150 ka kilos. So how many times nga akong na-multiply nga ako ang kining muscle energy. So with that concern, I can carry 150 kilos using my bone energy. But when I do not use my bone energy, I can only carry 50 kilos. Ang kining 50 kilos, maglisod pa dito ko og daog. So it means to say, the bone energy is really powerful. And in fact, that is used on your, when you practice martial arts, for example, the martial arts, there is a system there, we call it muscle hardening. So, if you want to have muscle hardening, so you have to use your vital force, energy that comes from the bone, and it is called chi, or Chinese chi, or sa Bisaya kahilad manong kusog. Kahilad manong kusog, that refers to vital force, internal energy. Okay, what is the difference between internal energy and spiritual energy? Okay, this is one thing. Vital force or internal energy, it could be like something like spiritual energy, because you cannot see it with your naked eyes in the first level. Then later on, you will realize that you can perceive it, and even you can see it when you advance your inner cultivation, when you advance your inner discovery. So, spiritual energy is actually higher, because that is energy that you cannot define, that kind of energy, but it's there, present in the surroundings, present in nature. So that's why the physical body at present life evolution, we are 9 advanced elemental bodies, connected bodies, and comprising with subtler connected bodies. So when we are going to enhance our knowledge in the mechanism of our energies, we are going to deal with these kinds of energies: vital force, muscle energy, vital force, and spiritual energy. So with that three concern about energies, so you can use it when you want to develop powerful energy. For example, in the art of healing, when you want to exercise, so exercise gani mayroong mga napusis ba kanya pagwaon ninyo ang mga daotang espiritu nga nisulod sa lawas sa tao, so you are going to use vital force. Pero dili ka paiko ang vital force, because that is energy, biocosmic force sa galing sa katawan ninyo. You have to resort into much higher energy, and that kind of energy is spiritual energy. So like ba in the science ngayon, mayroong science nga mayroong energy which is actually discovered by the physicists na itong kind ng energy is actually powerful energy and bigger than the galaxy itself. In fact, this actually the the reason why we exist, and every stars or every heavenly bodies are actually itong mga makikita natin ngayon, cosmos, galaxies, stars, nag-exist siya because of dark energy and dark matter. O niya, ito mga stars, para murag ma-simplified na to ba? Itong mga stars, so, ang mga stars comprising sa made up of helium, hydrogen, kalayo na siya. Muna nga makasunog ng mga stars, dili siya habitable by human physical. Di siya habitable by the humans because makasunog siya. So, that will comprise 4% of the entire cosmos. O niya, we higher elements. O sa mga higher elements, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, tungsten, iron. So, we comprise 0.03%. That is by science. O niya, 73% that is dark energy. O niya, 23% dark matter. O niya nga, ang spiritual pod nga energy, that's because, again, para ma-simplify na to, we use magnetism by this time. It means to say, when we use energy healing, we are going to use magnetic force in our physical body. So magnetism, we are getting energy from the nature. And there in nature actually that created the nature. And what is that creator of nature? Okay. If we are in the religious, okay, of course, we resort into God create nature. God create the cosmos. Big Bang. Then it resulted into this now, the universe that we have. So, then, if we are mechanist, meaning, dito tayo sa version ng mga scientists, mechanist gani, scientists. So, it means to say, we do not believe in belief. So, it means to say, we only accept the truth if we can find it. Mukapasar siya based on the scientific approach, based on actual examination, then we have proven that this is really the truth. So, mauna siyang mechanist. So, this is what happened. This is energy. So, that's why, og magtuon ta og energy healing, we must resort into faith healing, basically, because we don't have the lesson, we don't have the fundamental, how we are going to discern the process of the system of this healing. So we resort into belief. And of course, because belief is powerful, much more if your belief is coupled with powerful faith. So there is now the vital essence of your belief because of your faith, and faith is linked to the spiritual dimension. So you become powerful in your belief, and your belief becomes really useful because it can heal. You can heal. So you are a faith healer. In fact, mayroong mga tao na really in their physical body, in their previous lives, so that's why ng mga tao akong pangalan sila, mga ngalan nila, usbon ako ilang pangalan because I'm thinking mas kusog ang inyong pangalan, mas kusog ang inyong energy when I use that name na align sa inyong energy. Na si Patrice, namdam ko ni Patrice. Okay, Patrice kay kani ngalan nga Patrice, powerful ni nga Patrice. Mana, when you begin your energy healing. Okay, si Ann is powerful. Si Ann kay og hikapon mo ni Ann sa tinuod lang yun na mo'y sakit, bisag coronavirus pa, magpiti-piti ng virus, maayo yun mo sa inyong sakit. Manang it means to say nga dunay powerful energy within. And I said that not all people in the universe can do angels contact and connection. Especially, for example, maribik, ang imong energy sa katawan is powerful. And the way you are going to enhance your management of energy in your physical body, you have control of your energy the way you will become proficient in using your vital force and spiritual energy. So with that, marami kang magawa at malaki ang magawa mo sa buhay mo at maraming mga tao na matutulungan mo talaga. Okay? Now also Biyaya is joining. Mayang hapon Biyaya, and also Igmat Imari. Kabardo is joining. Mayang hapon dia Igmat, sa tanan og engineer. GM, I have a question. Okay, let's begin first. Read the question. This happened to me few years back when I was a victim of negative energies. When I was brought to faith healers. I feel like I'm on the peak of losing my life, but then a vision appeared into my conscious travel. I saw a white, I saw a white beings. It appears to me that it was Archangel by the appearance. He is wearing the shields or armor that covers his face and body, a very white, pale skin. What can you say? Okay, that's good. Gitabangan ka to, engineer. Kaya during that time, you suffered negative energies from the negative psychic attack. So, gitabangan ka niya, giproteksyonan ka niya. So, that's good because actually, that is your connectivity with the angels realm. So, continue. That's why I'm inspiring you to cultivate even more in the natural way. In the natural way, because we are not going to force our expansion of energy. It is already there in your physical body. Mayroon ka mang malakas na connection, malakas na energy, so i-enhance mo lang yan. Then later on, okay na. Magamit yung mga potential na energy na hindi pa ngayon nag-work out kasi natutulog pa siya. So yung nakita mo, that is part of your connections from the angels realm. Iprotektaran kanila. Aniya. Okay, Diosel Sator, good afternoon, GM, watching you live in Karatan. Okay, mayong hapon dia, Daim, Diosel. And from Jamaica, thank you so much, GMPS, from the bottom of my heart to the deepest of my soul for my igmat category. Oh, igabawion na to na. Okay, yes, you're welcome, igmat. Just kidding lang. Kay balo man ko sa inyong mga kasing-kasing ba? Kamura may balo sa akong mga una-una. Di ba? Just kidding. Anyway, atong ipadayon po yung basa na pa man sumpay di ay igmat. Unsa man to so nawa naman niya akong pananaw kasi karabing ilaw. Okay, submitting myself to the discipline of Dugukan to guide my life on attaining enlightenment and reaching ascension. Okay, that's good. Submit yourself to the noble cause of life's purpose in the planet. And what is that noble purpose of everyone's life in the planet? Okay, I'll give you the answer. The answer is help the healing of life and nature. Okay? Mga tao, ano ba noble purpose? Ang daming noble purpose. Okay, dito tayo. Magawa tayo ng business. Malaking business. Tulungan natin yung mga tao. Ang walang mga qualification, of course, they cannot pass because makabankrupt sila sa business. Okay. Tulungan. How many employment? How many people that can work? Okay, 50,000 people can work. Okay, what are the qualifications? Must be college graduate. Okay, natulungan natin 50,000 people. Binigyan natin ng trabaho. Okay, malaking tulong? Hindi. Okay, malaking tulong. Which part? Noble endeavor. Okay, actually, it must be in the balance. Of course, we need really job. Everyone need that job for the art of survival. Kasi pag wala tayong mga makakain ngayon, patay tayo sa gutom. If we have energy cultivation, hindi tayo patay sa gutom. If we don't have job, marunong tayo sa hilot, okay, we will still survive. In fact, this is what I say to the people that say they don't have money, then they are outside the country. They are expert in the hilot of Dugukan. Ang sabi ko sa kanila, pag ako'y naadya sa gawas, daghan ko kwarta kay ako mang tuluan ng mga tao og kining basic sa hilot o not only tuduan sila basic sa hilot, tuduan ako sila holistic art or idili sila tuduan holistic art, kining tambalan nato sila energy healing. Hilot lang. Okay. So yun naman ko na kayo. Use 1, 2, 3 techniques. So that's why I'm teaching everyone what is 1, 2, 3 technique. So 1, 2, 3 technique, it means to say, first step, okay, kanang hold the pulse. Hika pa ang pulso. Hold the pulse rate muna. Okay. Second technique. Okay. Press the pressure point. 1, 2, 3. 1 is hold the pulso. 2 is grip the pressure point. 3 is define the problem. Okay. It means to say, there are so many people that they do not know the problems of their muscle because even in the medical term, walay panuhot. Walay panuhot, di kasabot ang mga tao sa ng panuhot because it's not found in the medical book. So walay panuhot. Meron when kulik pero dili actually yung panuhot pas mo. Okay. Now karon define what he feels in his physical in his muscle. Then if you can do that, then you can explain, okay, there is problem because your circulation actually is not really in the good condition because of the wind kulik, because of the cold that actually solidify your muscles. So your muscles become wala siya lack of flexibility. So in with that condition, so you cannot really feel good condition your physical body because it blocks the circulations of your body fluids. So, pero madali lang yan. Madali lang natin yan na i-treat kasi I'm actually expert in hilot. I'm professional in hilot but only lang by this time I have my appointment kasi appointment ito lahat ng mga schedule ko. Okay, but I still have time. Okay, let's do it first. Tulungan natin. Tanggalin natin yung mga panuhot. Tanggalin natin yung mga muscle hardening. And you are expert on energy healing. So it means to say because you can perceive energy, you know what's the problem in the energy side because you are expert in the scanning system, the one that we did yesterday. Scanning system yon. Only you begin in the scanning system. Once you are experience in the scanning system, then you can perceive by mere touching the skin or the arms of the someone, you will realize that there is something wrong on in her energy body or in his energy body. So, dyan na, you already have the data how you are going to define the physical condition of someone when it comes to energy based on the energy, based on the energy level, based also on the condition of the muscles. So do not make diagnose because it's beyond our authority. We can give only description how he feels. For example, the problem of the strain or sprain. Okay, by touching the hands, okay, by the pulso, you will say may strain ka kasi sa back muscle mo, may strains ka kasi doon sa torso mo. So it means to say pag hindi yan ma-fix, talagang so talagang low pump yung hininga mo and you feel tired at saka sumakit itong dibdib mo. Pero madali lang yan, tanggalin mo natin yung lamig. And with that, who's one that will not believe you na ma-define mo yung problema sa muscles nila. So they would say, okay, please, tulungan mo ako dito. Kaya para makondisyon itong katawan ko. You see? So, pag doon kayo, for example, asa kayo makarating, expert kayo sa art ng kompetensya ng hilot, marami talagang magagawa. Of course, use it in the good way. No monkey business. That's why, of course, we're here, no problem because we know who we are. We know that we are in the spiritual side. And of course, we are light missioners. Nag-iilaw tayo. So this is my point. Ang point dito ngayon, we are going to share lessons very useful for the people. In the country, for example, we are here, for example, more than 100 million citizens. For example, 100 million citizens, 70% of the entire population belongs here sa poor people and 20% belong to the rich people and 10% mga elite. So, the 70% of the people scattering all the different parts of the country, pag ito lahat ng mga tao, including the rich, marunong sila ng mga art of survival, so marami tayong mga masira ng ating mga knowledge and we can even promote the Filipino culture worldwide. So that's why this could be also our treasure, priceless treasure that we can offer also, we can share to the rest, to the brothers and sisters. So we can guide them in the art of holistic art. Okay, from Night Tiriso, mayong hapon, GM. Yes, nabasa naman din na ako, no? Oh, yes, mayong hapon. Yeah, Night Tiriso, mayong hapon. And yeah, welcome and everybody is welcome to join, to participate. So we'll make this program, I think it's better to make this program participative kay para may balo ko kung siya itong mga mayong i-take up kay Ang ako karon I am planning to read some part of the book. Ang ako na lang button karon I am going to encourage to invite everybody to have a copy of the book because ang libro there are three lessons in the book in the home gym camp lesson. There are also Dugukan Lightship Meditations and the Rainbow Bridge of Light Meditations is there found in the Dugukan. Although lang sa Dugukan Lightship Meditation ag sa Rainbow Bridge of Light Meditation walang illustration doon, only description lang. Anyway, pag doon na tayo, makapunta tayo sa ating site. So, mayroon tayong enhancement training program and arranging ourselves for the lightship initiation. Lalo na pag malayo kayo, doon kayo galing sa malayo. For example, Maribik, you're in India, so malayong malayo. So, it must be pag to everybody outside Cebu. Kang Kuan, kang Naitireso, outside Cebu din. O sa lahat, kang Biyaya. So, pag magkapunta kayo sa Cebu, so ang ating i-request sa Supreme Master na okay, makapasa tayo, we can fulfill our I-chip initiation. And when we get back, mayroon na tayong of course, we can begin the proliferation sa teaching of angels contact and connection. And about also the hilot, I'm going to organize a group of hilot na magawa tayo ng mga shelter sa hilot after the lockdown kasi ngayon dito sa actually to be honest and goodness, if we are not spiritual, if we are not in the holistic art spiritual endeavor, bankrupt tayo ngayon kaya walang business ang Cebu Hilot. It means to say walang business ang Cebu Hilot. For 2 months all the practitioners of Dugukan working in the center and even in the center in doon sa province, walang operation kasi prohibited to do the job kasi because of the problems. So it means to say, and we are not only in the holistic art wellness industry prohibited by the government by this time to do the normal job because of the problem, and we cooperate. So that's why I am telling everybody that we will cooperate. Even in our side, we are how many we are working in the wellness industry. We are so many. And then by this time, we don't have the job kasi mayroong ECQ. And are actually cooperating, and we are not sad for that. Except lang siguro sa iba because actually they are really in the business industry. Our center is art of survival. So it means to say, we have the center, but it is intended for art of survival. So it means to say, we are not really doing business, but we are doing light mission. So that's why I'm encouraging everybody, okay, you are here in the center, and we are here in the center because we are practicing to become expert in the industry of holistic art so that we could lead the people and share to the people. And that is my encouragement for everybody. If you have time and find way that you can learn hilot, not because that you are going to perform hilot to your client, but to lead the team of the experts of hilot so that we can put up centers na makatulong tayo sa mga tao na talagang when it comes to the education, for example, because looking for a job by this time, you really need academic profile. Without enough education in the academic side, so it could be very difficult to find a job unless yung mga labor job kanang mga laborer ta, carpenter or kaning ubang pang mga klaseng trabaho nga mga hard labor. But we are not looking forward to that concern. So that's why I have a friend that suggested to me na because she's coming from outside the country at saka mayaman ang kanilang mga background. Then she tried to say, she introduced me, okay, magigawa tayo ng foundation para sa mga orphanage. Then I told her na I don't like orphanage because even at this really really moment, if someone would say that okay, we'll make an orphanage, no, I don't like orphanage, and not in the dictionary of Dugukan to put up that kind of foundation or orphanage because we are uplifting the morals of the children. So we'll say we'll train the children in this way. Even for example, children wala gyud sila mga mapuyan, wala sila yung mga igikanan, kay gipanglabay sila. So, but of course, it should be the first thing is we give life to the children. And how we are going to give life to the children? Boost their moral. It's quite a big different when, for example, I grew up, then I would say, I didako ko dito sa orphanage, didako ko dito, gilabay ko sa kuan. There's something like, no, no, it's something different. Whereas if we can make the children uplifting their lives, then they graduated in the system of holistic art, for example, and they would say, where do you come from? Then they are very, very proud that I am graduate of Kuan, then I expert in martial arts. I'm expert in, I am a teacher of martial arts because I graduated martial arts, then I am a champion. So it's something like very different because we are looking forward to the profile, good profile to for the children, not something like medyo lisod bitaw kayo nga explain kay murag luoy kayo ang kaagi sa tao. So that's why I'm always encouraging everybody. So that's why not everybody could, if I'll make sometimes a joke na dili man sila kabaw sa una. Not all people understand what we feel. I do not understand also what they feel. Then we are going to to sum up. We are going to equate every feeling that we have into the positive vibration. So how we are going to do that? Okay, let's boost the morale of the children, right? Let's boost the morale of the children. Let's boost the morale of every practitioners of Hilot. So, will not say, hilot ramagod yan nakatanan. I did not graduate from academic course. I'm already high school. I'm only elementary graduate. I'm only grade 4. No, it's not. Because we are something like, we are lives priceless by nature. Why? Because even you prove it when you do your conscious astral travel. When you are on your conscious astral travel, you need not to study language because every vibration you can understand. Every language you can understand. It's only in the minor or mortal physical world that we are divided by the different languages. But in higher dimension, there is no need to study language because everything you can understand. You can talk to nature. You can talk to the animals. You can talk to anything that you want to talk, that you want to communicate. Is only right here in the mortal physical third dimension of the world wherein we are really divided because this is really the program in the mortal physical. So that's why how we are going to make our lives useful. So we should launch noble endeavors. We are going to fulfill noble endeavor. And where can we say that we could find noble endeavor in life? Okay, this is what we are now doing. Inspiring the children, helping the healing of life and nature. How we are going to help the healing of life and nature? Okay, it's by implementing actual deeds. Enlightenment first. So that's why for all the practitioners of the Wukan, I did not say, okay, you buy your food, you buy how many sacks of food preparing for the lockdown because there will be no food. And if we don't have food, there will be panic buying because the stores, the food supplies are actually not more than enough to supply everyone. But I'm not telling that because there is really by this time is there are really good supply of food for everybody, but there is not much good supply for money. That's the problem because people don't have job. So if you look at the surroundings by this time, okay, no, na mga taong walay kaon, no. And we cannot deny the fact, tunay mga taong walay kaon, even ourselves, we don't have food if we don't have the means. Because how many we are don't have job by this time because lockdown. Okay, let's presume we don't have food to eat. Then what we are going to do if we don't have food to eat? Mangayo ta. For example, how many we are in the holistic art nga walay mga trabaho? Let's say 100, 200 or thousands of practitioners in the holistic art walang trabaho ngayon. So sino mang magbibigay og ang lahat ng mga tao binigyan o niya wala na gayoy kuan, wala na ikatag. So this is the point that why we are going to practice art of survival. So because we are training ourselves, so we are not only relying to one source, but we should be very useful. Of course, very useful because we know what we are going to do in times of difficulties, and we cannot cause problem. But of course, we are looking forward. We are looking forward that everything will be healed. So that's why this is our theme. Our theme is to help the healing of life and nature. Educate everyone in the art of survival. So that's why if you are a practitioner of Dugukan and would like to join the the oneness of Dugukan, so we must learn the art of survival. So we must also take good care of the children because this is really the advocacy. Take good care for the children. Let them go away from vices. So that's why we are going to encourage them. And of course, and how can we help the children if they will not study the holistic art of Dugukan? So what is holistic art of the Dugukan? What can we contribute to the children? Okay. Doon na to sila ito inspire na to sila sa artist. So, when you go to the site during Saturday, Sunday, so there are so many children there playing arnis. So, you sponsor yan natin sa ating organization so that the children will be inspired in the martial arts. So, that's why you can see there, even in the video, the Dugukan Stars, so they are practitioners of arnis, composed of children's youth, and these children are actually champions of martial arts, champion in the tournament. So, wala sila bisyo. Then compared to the mga children nga wala, mag-apong sila sa ilang mga ginikanan nga magsugal, mag-apon nga sa ilang mga ginikanan nga mag-inom. So, ang future po aning mga bata, unsa man po ilang mga future. Muna nga as earlier as now, this is part of the propagation. So, holistic, guided, good maintenance for the spiritual side. Okay, from Marabik, I'm getting goosebumps. Yes, the energy, actually today, the energy is quietly strong and it's more on healing because this is what the people need. Healing from Biyaya. Mayong hapon, GM. Yes, mayong hapon, Biyaya. I'm glad to see you here. And good afternoon, GMPS 172. And okay, Danau chapter, Juan. Okay, mayong hapon dia. Juan o sa tanang mga taga Danau chapter. Then Liboron chapter is by Brad Kinit. Mayong hapon dia, Brad. O sa tanang mga taga Liboron chapter, o sa tanang mga taga Carcar City, Cebu. Mayong hapon. O si Dali Santos. Mayong hapon ni Dali sa Karatan chapter. Mayong hapon sa Buanga chapter rather. Mayong hapon. Then kang Irish Bularin Guadalupe chapter. Mayong hapon dia. Mayong hapon dia Irish. Okay. Og sa okay, from engineer, I agree with you, GM. Yes, we should be launching a project which is actually noble. And by our unity, we can do it. By our unity, we can do it. And that is light mission because if you are alone, we are not alone. So how could we be powerful if we are alone? So that's why second principle of Dugukan is, what is the third principle of Dugukan? Rather, we are not alone. Because we should realize that we are not alone. Pag you are alone, even you are billionaire, you cannot do big project when it comes to upliftments of the spiritual side of the people. We can only give material thing. We cannot give the spiritual side. So that's why to make or to comprise the wholeness of both, we are working in the spiritual side, regardless of faith, belief, and religion, because we are in the holistic art. So that's why people sometimes will ask me, what is my religion? Okay, I'm not talking about religion because I'm in the holistic art. And what is your God? Is, of course, we love your God and everyone's God. We love everyone's God because when we're talking about the Most High, that's why when I write the book, I had to choose it Most High. That refers to the Supreme Master of Heaven, so that we are universal, because we do not need to change the name of God, because that is already proven that that is the God giving mystery for life, giving mystery for everybody. So we'll just say it most high. I'll just say it most high because we are in the holistic art. We are in the both spiritual or in the likewise also in the mechanist side. Mechanist side is we are applying the education of internal energy. So we are even in the practice of martial arts, we are applying the education of martial arts so that the people will be enlightened why you are going to practice martial arts. In Hilot as well, we are applying the education of Hilot aside from belief and faith. That's because we must be having the fundamentals why we are going to practice Hilot so that people will understand and this will become useful because we can explain. Okay, a question from Biaya. Is it possible nga kaning mga gitawag na tuog engkanto maka in and out sa tao nga pareho nato og gamiton nila to communicate sa ato? Okay, I have so many stories about ingana Biaya. I tell you a story. And then, long time ago, doon kami siya, yes, pwede, yeah, the answer for your question is actually yes. Okay, take this as an example for everybody. I forgot the years, but way back, long time ago, I think, more than almost 10 years ago, dito kami sa Boracay because doon ay project nga to launch holistic art, so wellness. Yeah. We are actually invited by someone from Massachusetts na doon tayo yeah, then we stayed there sa Boracay for almost a month. Then maraming mga maraming mga engkanto doon. They're joining with the people. Di man sila di man sila makilala ng mga tao kasi enjoy different the place is crowded with so many different kinds of people coming from different nations. So then I told aliging bulalakaw na mayroong engkanto do. Ma-perceive mo sila. Okay, try to search saan. Ma-define mo saan. Okay, doon, pag makita na namo sila mong sundon, then mulakaw sila, kusog kayo sila mulakaw. Pag medyo malapit na sila na maabutan na mo, muliko sila. Pagliko nila, then they're gone. Mawala din sila. And there's so many because even in Cebu and anywhere, kasi we are dimensional. When talking about we are not alone principle, they are just in the surroundings. And the advanced elemental, for example, mga engkanto na mayroong is the appointment or category, they are in and out of human dimensions and the engkanto nga dimension. Marami lang sila nga mga categories kay marami bang so that's why this is part of the mystical side and people would say tuo na po ng ila. Okay. Before the lockdown, we went to Biringan and people have heard that Biringan. Because Biringan is a place not found in the map but it's still existing city Biringan. When we were going to Biringan, nagtanong-tanong kami saan yung papuntang Biringan. Then everybody that tanong namin na parang matakot sila because they are afraid to hear the word Biringan because we do not know the reason kasi talagang there was no Biringan. And sabi nila wala mang Biringan. Isulsultir pa sa mga tao. But of course, we were there because we were invited. And pagdating namin doon, ang takot sa mga tao because they're thinking that we're victim of the mga engkanto kasi marami ng mga engkanto na biktima kuno doon sa Biringan. Then I told them we are not victim anyway. We visit here because really we visit the place, different places na kailangan naming bisitahon. Kaya we have invitation. So that's why parang mga na-artista kami doon. Kaya the first time we went there, ang daming mga tao, naglapit sila sa amin, nagtanong. They are shocked. They were shocked actually because, biktima na po sila. Actually, dili may biktima. And I told them the story. Okay, kasi we are invited by someone. And the name of this person, then she is our friend. Then, in fact, pinakita ko sila ng picture. Okay, then they're samot na sila kadlock because they're looking at that different profile. Barag pariner ang profile. So, they're taking engkanto talaga. Anyway, pareha naman ko na because the 14th elemental dimension and the 15th actually human and the Encanto. Daghan lang klaseng mga Encanto, exclude the mga elementals na one ang element lang nila. Because the elemental world, sa 7 na sila kabuok ang ilahang kanang klase. Sa inula nato sa ituman, upat ang ilahang division niya sa mga dili ituman, puti ang ilahang division. So that's why when I was schooling at the university during my education, tertiary, then there was a guy there. Sige lang siya, hilom niyo siya kastanan. Kanya, I noticed the guy was engkanto. Then, ako siyang gisultian. Giduol ako siya. Anyway, nice man siya nga story. And this is based on actual experience. Ako siyang giduol kay magsige mo siya lain-lain. Ako gikomedyahan. I made a joke to him. Then hinay lang ngayon, engkanto ka no. I said, engkanto ka no. Then, he was shocked. He was really afraid. Ayaw lang hadlok, don't worry because kibalo mong ko na. Ako siyang giapis nga ayaw kadlok kay kanang kibalo ko ingon ana. Siya mato nga na apis siya, wa na kay siya na hadlok. And ko ang ganung na am ka diri. Okay, then he started to tell me his story. Nga long story. Then I brought him in the canteen o dito mi nag-istorya. Then he invited me to visit sa ilahang kuan. Bilong siya sa ituman. Siya sa ituman niya. Naa siya dire. Muna nga, gikan siya sa Manila, ni balin siya dire. Thinking because he has problem. Naa sila kontra po nga ituman. But he is good. In fact, he said that because the guy was become my friend. Then he told me, I'm ituman nga division pero dili ko dautan. Yes, I know dili yun siya dautan. In fact, his problem is because bangga sa ilang nasa like kaaway ba. Yan. More like something like drama pero this actually based on true story. Mana nga gitanaw na ko ang iyang mga gamit. Kung siya gamit niya kay nganong nilayas man siya. Then I found out na kulang ang iyang protection. Kulang ang iyang nakatunan ba sa cultivation. Mana nga nalipay ra pud siya kay ako siya gisiran. Okay, mao ni imong gamita para dili ka mabihag sa ilang kalaban. Then in short, we became friend at that time. Then he promised me to bring me doon sa ilaha during Holy Week because tradition sa ilahang tribo nga every Holy Week mayroon silang kwaon nga taga dire ibutang nila nga to sa ilaha. Mana nga anyway, that was a long story. So nara na sila sa palibot. That's why there were so many stories talking about something like that, the experience. Anyway, dinood man nga experience. Only lang, the problem of the people that would like to prove, they don't have evidence. And of course, in our side, in our level of propagation, we are not going to prove to the people because why we are not going to prove to the people? We are not going to create so much illusion to the mind of the people. Why? Because we are in the holistic art. So, if, for example, si Pulano dito sa dimension nganong wala man siya dito magdalag plato na lang ipakita niya dire sa mga tao nga ana man plato dos mo engkanto kining nindot kayo di mabuak imong ibunal sa lamisa di mabuak ibunal mo sa bato wala gyud na gihimo nila because dili nga na kasayon. But of course it could be something like that's why in the holistic art of the Dugukan advance for those who would like to go physical dimensional transport, it can be done. Before, wala na siya gitugan sa mga tao. But by this time, because we are now in the wave of supreme superlight, just like science. Science by this time, we are now in the computer era. And after this wave of science, wave of wisdom, wave of education, development of the expansion of the consciousness, then we are now in the physics in molecular level. So it means to say, mawala na niya itong mga cellphone, wala na lang cellphone, direct na sa ato ang mismong mga walls o mismo sa ato ang in front of us. There we can see that there is already there the technology. So it means to say direct sa mind. Then the problem of that is, what if there is virus? And anyway, we're not looking for the negative because everything could be managed well. Could be managed well depending upon there is no evil in the surroundings. But of course, if we are 2 to 3 person or millions or billions of people around the world, we could not deny that there is polarity, there is negative, there is positive. So that's why my reason why that I encouraging everybody to be in the holistic art, to be in the most powerful foundation in life, which is not actually technology, but of course, definitely the spirituality. So do not rely what you have learned in the past. For example, you are practicing, because here I'm perceiving so many strenuous energies, so many energies coming from the different practitioners of spiritualism under the Oriental culture. So it means to say there are mga people, doon ay mga tao karon nga nag-join, nag-observe ning ato ang kalihukan, they're practicing spiritualism in the different modalities. Well, that is good. And there is now, this is one thing that I am going to share with everyone. We are now in this wave of frequency. The wave of frequency is not any longer medium. Medium siya una, mga medium, okay, mo na ang medium. Mo na siyang mamingwit kaniya sa imong tugkaran. Niya ang bara, himuon na nimong pisi. Niya kauno na nimong kalayo. Those are part of the medium practices, illustrations. Now here comes now the point in time that this is now the supreme. It means to say this is actually the latest. The latest, like just like before we begin with steam engine technology, and that changed the world. Steam engine, then electricity, again, that changed the world. Then computer era, this is now computer era. Then the world becomes high-tech. So now we are now in the wave of molecular level, physics in molecular level. So it means to say someday, soon or someday, because now we have the space travel. Ang mga tao din sa itong planeta, mo ato na dito sa bulan, mo ato dito sa Mars. Ang bulan, biyahion na lang nila 3 days, makabot na sila sa bulan based on the rocket, speed of rocket. Nga ato akaron nga diri sa ato ang kining advancement sa technology. O niya, mato sila Mars. Then I'm talking, of course, there are so many things that the technology could not achieve achieve by this time, and it will take 100 years before ma-achieve ng mga butanga. For example, going into the other stars na patinag yung pagkalagyo. Pero ang exploration karon sa atong science is actually very high. Then if we are practicing spiritualism, energy cultivation, wala takibaw sa mga term nga itong gigamit, we do not understand what is the summit of our cultivation. So, if we do not understand where shall we go, that's because we base on belief. So that's why if you look at the guidance of the sacred, the guidance of the Supreme Master, if you are going to use the holy text, my son, be wise. My son, do not despise wisdom, because we should walk by the light of wisdom. Without wisdom, we are misled. We are misled because we do not know the cleverness of the evil side. The cleverness of the evil side, of course, is very tricky, deceitful, because of course the dark side is actually also have wisdom. So it's only our having heart wisdom. We should have heart wisdom so that we will be in the right path. We could not be misled, and there shall no fall in the end. And the summit of our ascension is really ascension, not dissension, not na dili ka matrap, not in the mundane, and to suffer life in darkness. So that's why whenever the time I could see people, friends, brothers and sisters, then they are going to try to me. They want to try my learnings about the lessons of Dugukan. Then they try to ask me question, parang pang kuan lang siya, pang test lang siya if really we have the mastery of our education when it comes to the divine connections that we are now propagating. Then I also made joke. Ako silang komedyahan. Okay, in the physical body, asa nagpuyo ang kalag? Okay, nasa tumoy si imong kuko. Okay, nasa tumoy si imong kuko. That's because I know the run of their mind. They want to prove that, okay, where is the soul? Where is the spirit? Where is God? Then I'm trying to ask them, where is the kingdom? Okay, what is the kingdom? So it is actually a never-ending story when it comes to debate of spirituality. So that's why in the holistic art is different. Okay, this is my truth. And once the truth that I'm presenting here is not really correct, okay, dismiss. It's not the truth. Okay, let's find another data. That is the way of the the way how the mechanists do their experiment. So if this is correct, okay, whatever kind of debate, it will really stand up. So it means to say that once it is proven once it's not correct, so the theory is no longer correct, and it would be dismissed as no, it has no use because it's incorrect. The same in the spirituality. In the spirituality, if we say this is the module now, this is the wave of light now, the level of spirituality now is in this level, supreme super light, because the cosmos is expanding. The cosmos itself is expanding. When talking about the genesis, for example, every now and then there is genesis of life, because Big Bang, for example, every day there is bang, there is boom happened, and galaxy is born, the universe is born. So it means to say the never-ending story of truth of the universe, the never-ending story of the truth of spirituality. But then the big question is, where are we? Asa man ta diha? Okay. Natadali sa atong planeta, third dimension, and confusing the mysteries of life, because mystery, as I said, the mystery, it is mystery because it cannot be defined by human understanding. So that's why it is called mystery. But then if we can define it by human understanding, it means to say there's no more mystery because we know it when we can define it. So there is mysteries. That's why there is inner discovery. By this time, resort into making your life useful, not for the sake of only few people, but for the entire planet and even for the entire universe, because we are not alone. Meaning we are not alone. Then that's why I'm learning from the message of Biyaya about the elemental, about the Encanto. And in fact, there are so many stories about the Encanto. Abon mga Encanto, mga Gotchinango. That's why, ingon ko sa inyo, pag, there are really mga Gotchinango, mga Encanto. And there are also mga maayong mga Encanto. So, it depends on your inner discovery. So that's why, looking, for example, going inside the cave, people will say, you can do meditation anywhere you want to do your meditation, and you can connect to the spiritual realm whenever you want to connect, because the mind is really powerful, which is precisely correct. Actually, that is precisely correct. But in inner discovery, why you need to go to the cave? Okay, there are so many reasons. One of the reasons why you need to go to the cave is, of course, inner discovery. And the simplest portal, it means to say, yung mga sa yun nga mga portal nga, it is actually reachable, achievable, and the easier way to look out portals actually could be achieved inside the cave. Kaya madali lang. So that's why if you look at characters of the Bible, if you are religious, itong cave hindi talagang maumit, hindi talagang mawala sa experience ng mga tao. They are always talking about, oh, cave, 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 because it links to the mysticism. It links to the mystical, because the simpler way, or simpler way to locate portal doon sa mga caves. And of course, in the advance, there's no need to go to the cave. So that's why today people are inviting me, okay, GM, ano sa mata mo sulod sa langob? Actually, di kapoy magkukuha ng sulod sa langob kay humanaman ang ako ang kanang activity sa una sa langob. Kanya karon advance na kay karon. So it means to say the reason why you go to the cave because for advanced elemental initiation. Now is different, because when you do Art of Life 172, there is advanced elemental initiation and there is supreme superlight initiation. So for the reason why you go to the cave, because for the initiation, for inner discovery, then that is one of the reasons why. But of course, there are so many other reasons why you go to the cave. Dili lang mag treasure hunter kay of course, ano mga treasure hunter you take good care of the cave. Ang cave is really part of nature, which we should take good care of that. Ang garon mga langob karon giguba sa mga tao, which is no good. Kay manay mga portals diya. And I have so many stories about caves. And even you yourself, by this time you want to, in fact, I have a friend before, because my friend, he is actually, mayroon siyang, I don't know, I mention na lang, but something like, ingani lang, gusto siyang mo atong-ato. Then, the time that I told him, okay, gusto ka, ihatod ka nga to. Kay, gusto mo ka. Then nahadlok na po siya. But I could really do that at that time. Then later on, he decided nga dili lang, so dili na po ko kahimo. This is the story. Once the opportunity will come in you, then do not do not let it pass, because it will never come back to you. When it comes, I'm talking about vital things, vital parts of essential part of nature. This is the story. So that's why when I'm talking about this is supreme super light angels, then who will not be triggered when talking about supreme super light angels? Then everybody is talking to be the supreme. So that's why I'm really clear in my side that I am not the supreme. The one that sent me here is the supreme. Okay, the one that give us the lessons is the supreme. And of course, I know who is the one that sent me here, and that the supreme. So that's why I'm sharing it with everybody. And it does not contradict with any culture of the entire planet. Whatever religion do you have, whatever faith you're lying your faith, there's no contradiction, because the education that we are sharing now is the education of making our physical condition healthful, powerful, or in short, making our soul healthy. That's why this is a sort of experiment. Okay, you cannot deny, and you cannot argue with this. How many people keep praying to the Lord God of heaven? Help me, God, save me from this sickness, save me from this cancer. Then God is God is actually did not listen. He died really. He really died, and there is no answer by God. Then later on, to comfort someone, you will just say, okay, that's the will of God. That's the will of God. Even in the time of accident, that's the will of God. Anything that happened negative will be ipasangil nga to sa Dios, because ang mga tao wala sila masayod o unsay gitubag sa Dios sa ilang mga pag-ampo. So that's why we cannot solve the problems of the negativities in the entire planet, because the oneness, the true essence of oneness is not really discerned by the people here in the planet, because of blinding ignorance and so much human weaknesses. So in the holistic art is different. We will not argue for whatever kinds of principle do we have. We can only base the progress or the development of our soul by how much you evolve in your inner cultivation. Okay, you say that you are really enlightened, then people that practice inner cultivation will see if you are enlightened, because your auric force will shine in you. Your auric force, your color of soul will shine in you. But then, unlike when you say, I am really enlightened, I am really spiritually connected because I keep doing this every day, every time I do a lot of things you're doing, that everything pertaining to your spirituality. But then your 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 indicator that will tell you really what is your achievement is you yourself. What is your energy now? What is the condition of your energy now? Because you shall be judged by what you have done, what you have achieved in life. And that's why even in the deeper side of the mystery of the Lord God of heaven, consuming God is actually a consuming fire as described in the Bible. That will really be illustrated on these coming days. People, everyone shall not be judged by anger because of God's anger, because it's an allegory. People do not understand what is consuming fire nature. Mere presence of carbon life foundation, mere presence of the mortal physical, closer with the consuming fire of nature, consuming fire nature of God. The consuming fire nature of the Most High will devour, will consume, will burn up the physical, mortal physical. So that's why it must be sanctified. In what way? So, okay, inner cultivation. So, itong holistic art, napakalaki ang scope. Napakalaki ang scope sa holistic art, because even you would say, okay, boost the immune system so that you can counter the viruses. You can negative the pathogens, whatever mga dangerous mga viruses you can counter, because you have powerful immune system. Okay, buy this medicine because this is antivirus. Okay, use this gadget. Again, for tougher viruses, actually, we could say energetically, remember my words, energetically manipulated, you lost the game. You are not vulnerable. We are not vulnerable. with that kind of virus. We are not vulnerable by higher or tougher viruses. It will really kill us if we don't have complete surrender to the most infinite. So how we are going to discern what is holistic art? Holistic art is development of the body. This is the body. This is the mind. The one that is actually thinking now and receiving message from the Most High is the mind and the soul. Where is the soul? Okay, at the tip, in the tip of your fingers, at the tip of your fingers, there is the soul there. In the tip of your hair, there is the soul there. So interpenetrating inside and outside the body, that is your soul. So that's why we can see your soul. And time will come. Time will come. People do not believe, okay, people do not believe in the story of spirituality. But for the expert that really advancing their spiritual practice, they can pull out your soul outside of your physical body. Why they can do that? That's because they can catch the energy of your soul. The same as I can hold your hand. So they can as well hold the hands of your soul and bring it out from your physical body. Then you will realize that that is really true. You see the point? So there is no mystery at all. Only we have mystery by this time because we cannot define it, we cannot explain it. And time will come by the revelations of the Supreme Master, by the expansion of consciousness of the cosmic force, cosmic force. So everything is actually unveiled. There is now the process of unveiling. But the problem by this time is we do not really understand what's going on if we are not in the inner discovery, if we forget the spiritual side. So that's my reason why, okay, atuning haguan, haguan na to ni, mag-istorya ta diri sige, para atong maistoryahan ang mga butang na hindi pa natin masyadong na usapan na we are the things that we are not yet really emphasize, and the things usually not really explained by the many people. And here in the holistic art that we are talking about, we are going to expand our realization, soul realization, for the things that will really matter in our lives, not only today, on the following week, next week, next other year, and for the coming years. Because of course, after this virus, we cannot say that this is the last virus. We do not know what's going on. But we will anticipate na mayroon pang darating na mas grabe pa ni. Okay, so that's not negative side. That is probability because, as I said, the planet is on its process of purification. In the course of its purification, of course, expansion of consciousness will result into energy imbalances. Energy imbalance, if you don't have good balance of your energy, so if you are depressed, so what will you feel? Ang daming pumasok sa isipan mo. At saka yung mga pumasok sa mind mo, hindi mga gandang mga thoughts, mga evil thoughts. So it means to say, like mayroong mga evil thoughts in the mind, so what will happen? If that is in the mind of many people in the world, suffering depression, suffering confusions by the negative impacts of the energies in the surroundings, chaos and everywhere, so it will result into difficult situation. So we cannot expect that the world is getting a paradise, becoming into is turning into a paradise by this time. So what we need by this time is art of survival and shared positive energies that can contribute to the healing of our nation, that can contribute to the healing of the world, the entire planet. And we have global warming. And global warming, do you think that the global warming is healed in this way, in this process, in the of what's going on now by the by the advancement of technology by this time, by the advancement of spirituality by this time? That's not, because as I said, it's part of the natural process. Nature itself heal its nature itself. So nature, the creator of nature. So this is the story of order of reality. So the reality has an order, and this is reality. So that's why we're going to align with what is natural and how we are going to receive, align, and adapt the higher transmission of energies from the higher spiritual dimension to the spiritual division, and from the spiritual division to the humanity and to every lives existing in the mortal physical existence. Okay, from Anthony Asador Hirnais. Okay, na ako'y pasyente GM nga dugay na nga dili makatabi, walay tingog, mugawas. bisan asa na lang sila nagpatambal pero wala na ayo. Okay, nya unsa may nahitabo na do na nadambalan na siya. Okay, wala pa na natambalan puta na og dili ba siya amang kay og amang gani di yun ang katabi. Okay. Sige, napadi ay padayon na sa natugbasa. Okay. Sila nagpatambal asa na lang sila nagpatambal pero wala na ayo gitambalan nako diha ni gawas iyang tingog og nakatabi na siya. Salamat sa divine healing nga imong gitudlo kanamo. GM nakatabang mi sa daghang mga tao. Yes, that's good. Okay, that's it. Dunay i-translate natin sa Tagalog. Mayroong pasyente na ginamot ni Haliging Tonton na hindi makatabi, the voice cannot get out. So, hindi siya makatabi, parang amang. So, nagpatambal, nagpagamot ng maraming mga manggagamot, pero hindi jud nalutas, hindi siya na-heal, hindi siya makatabi. Now, gitambalan ni Haliging Tonton, ginamot niya, to the time niya, gitreat niya sa divine healing natin, nakatabi na, right away. So, right away, so it means to say, lumabas na yung boses sa katawan. So, it means to say something like manipulated with negative energy. Yan naman ang mangyari. Pag yung problem ng katawan, energy imbalance is manipulated by something like negative energy. So, malaman ninyo yan. Then, pag-treat ninyo ng energy healing, right away, pag ma-dissolve yung energy na negative, so mawala na. So, maayo siya, gumaling siya. So, that's good. Salamat sa Lord God of Heaven, the Most High, through the Supreme Superlight Angels. Okay, so, mayong hapon, GM, sa tanang mga viewers. Okay, mayong hapon po diha do. And now also is Loren Bacos sa Florida. Mayong hapon, Loren. And of course, nice to see you here. And dugay-dugay na yun. See you someday in our site or see you there in Florida. We'll visit you there in sa Florida. Okay, Herni, mayong hapon, GM. God bless you. And in all, yes, mayong hapon do. Thank you kayo do. God bless you too. O sa tanang mga chapter, mayong hapon sa tanang mga chapter. Okay, sa Bethlehem. So ano sa pa maning lockdown, ang ECQ na to nindot nang ipunta sa mga lugar. Kaya na ba, sige lang, aguntahon na ni kay pag human ani makasuri-suri na punta, makapadayon na punta sa atong panginabuhi. Buhi na po ning atong mga kalihukan ani. Karon is wala man mamatay, di man malaka ang mamatay itong kalihukan. In fact, nikusog no ning ato ang transmission because of the technology. So we must be thankful sa technology. Of course, most of all, we must be thankful to the Most High. Okay, this is the way how we are going to. This is the way how we run our lives today. So, of course, now also joining si Gisnel. Mayang hapon ni Gisnel, Metuna, Hasmin. Okay, kini si Gisnel. Kuha ni si Gisnel, psychic ni si Gisnel. Makakita na siya mga pananaon. Mga nga, I invited Gisnel, okay, to enhance her ability sa psychic ability kay kining psychic power og dili ni ma-enhance sakit imong ulo. Mao nang imong ma-feel nga sakit imong ulo. Pero si Gisnel is really connected na siya. Enhancement, always enhancement, Gisnel. Good afternoon, Jim. Okay, good afternoon, Gisnel. Kumusta daghang nanganak karon? And because Gisnel is working as midwife, so it means to say he is in the health profession. So, frontliner siya ngayon. So, sa tanang mga frontliner diya, kumusta? Regard sa tanang mga frontliner diya, Gisnel. Unya, share sila sa imong energy para dili yun layo sa virus. Tanang mga energy cultivators, layo sa virus. In fact, as I said, dili kumutuo ng virus. And in fact, when I said dili kumutuo sa virus, does not mean na wala ng virus. Na ang virus. Only lang, I do not believe because dili ta vulnerable diya. Mo nang ikaw, Gisnel, di maga-vulnerable ng virus. Sige, tabangi imuhang mga kauban nga makasabot sila unsa nang virus kay ang virus karon tambalag kanang i-disinfect og alcohol o diri sa kaning mag-drive ko parahon ko sa kanang mga frontliner butangan ko nilag daw ni unsa naman ning klase nga disinfection dawni o kining kuan kining alcohol kanang magkisi-kisi ang kuan dia magkisi-kisi ang kining mga virus malipay kay gibugnawan nya ang sa dawni pod gihimutan manang the best actually the best healing is actually abstinence kanang muli kay ta ba nga di ta ma-infect ana so unsa may tubag ana holistic art energy cultivation so that's why I'm really appreciating for everyone in the professional side in the professional health profession that would take good care for the welfare of everyone and this is the way how we do it okay especially energy yun. Energy. That's why, paputol ko sa liog, di mo work out ang energy. Because that is really working. Energy. Energy, it means to say, immune system, scientifically proven. Immune system, when you have powerful immune system, okay, you can suppress viruses. Only for tougher viruses, fatal yung kaing viruses, kailangan dunay backup ang immune system. What is the backup of immune system? To make your powerful immune system. Okay, energy, magnetism, electromagnetic force. Mawida na ang mga tao when looking to the mysteries of the universe, they discovered that okay, dili matagak ang bulan because of energy. Dunay gravity. Nausap ang kalibutan because people are discerning about energy. Then electricity. Then electricity, now computer. The magnetism. Magnetism, electromagnetic force. So that's why people learning magnetic force or pranic healing. Okay, before operahan ang tao, ilasang i-energize ang lawas. Integrating the Western medicine and the pranic healing so that ang tao malakas ang energy niya, operahan siya. So, ang iyang chance of survival is mataas. Okay, operahan, na-energize na ang katawan. So, ang pasyente nag-survive. Pero katong mga kasabot ang energy, operahan, ibisan pag walay na energy, okay, didbol pod. So, there is always advantage when you adopt the knowledge of energy. Today is magnetism. It cannot be omitted in the education of science, the magnetism, because magnetism is this is the fundamental law of nature. There is magnetism. And there is also nuclear forces. And the third energy which is really discovered by this time that, of course, in the exploration, wala pa yun ma-discover unsa gina siya because ang atong laboratory sa mortal physical third dimensional apparatus cannot really discern by this time what is dark energy and dark matter. Mo nang ang exploration karon sa knowledge is still going on, never ending process. So sa spiritual again, sa spiritual supralight angels, and this is magnetism, electromagnetism nga atong gigamit karon sa energy healing. Connect this electromagnetism to the supreme supralight energy and it will make the big difference. From Lauren Bacchus, okay, hello GM, I miss you all too, God bless you. Yes, magkita na kita ni. We miss everyone here because we're coming from different places. Malayo. Si Lauren nandun sa Florida. Ang layo sa Florida. But still in the planet. So malapit lang. Kay sooner, butang ta, pila ka tuig karon 5 years from now or 10 years from now, doon na mga mag-shopping dito sa bulan. And you just imagine 3 days you can reach the moon. And sa Mars, pila ka bulan sa Mars, layo ang Mars. Unya og maimbento pa yun ng, of course, technology, teletransport without traversing the space in between. Abot ka lang diretso, so there's no need to travel. So that's why people are talking about the speed of the angel. Ang mga angel nga mortal physical because people can sometimes call they are angel. And even up to the point of the advancing of the technology, people will believe that they are like God and they are gods. And being the children of God, so they are also the gods. Because if we are the children of God, so we could be also children of God, so we are gods. Okay, something like very confusing, di ba? Because God is the supreme. We're referring to the Most High. But people will be in the future of really, really advanced technology. So it means to say people will adhere so much about technology and do not even believe there is spirituality because everything that you want, they can do like God. That's because of the advancement of technology. So anyway, but that is not the thing that we're talking about ascension. Ascension, it must be spirituality because that is the order of reality. We cannot change the order of reality. The order of reality is spiritual foundation, is the source of everything, it's actually the creator of the dark energy, the dark matter, and everything that existing in the mortal physical world. Okay, that comes from the most high. So okay, from Noel Hernandez, salamat kaayo sa divine healing correction nga gi-share nimo GM. Pasyente from Abu Dubai. Tao, patients confirmed positive sa COVID-19 under quarantine sila through distant healing. Naayo sila negative na ang result sa naka-recover. Jud nga kauban nga shielding na pud sila para dili matakdan. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Yeah, that's a good news. That's why itong mga naigo sa mga viruses, of course, we will not really say nga makatambal mo na kay it is not our authority, it's not our position. What we are telling about is the art of information. The art of information, because this is the way we are going to share knowledge, and we are freedom to share knowledge and to share information. So ang ako lang sa tanang mga practitioner karon sa dugukan, gamita jud na ninyo ang inyong ascension oil. Before natabo ang kaning ascension oil nga naa na sa ato karon, that was actually more than 10 years ago. It is intended for this time nga moabot nga kalisdanan. Viruses, gutom, because the problem. Okay, from Gisnel, thank you GM. Yes, you're welcome Gisnel. Gutom, for example, what is the problem og dili ka mukaon? For example, dili na ka mukaon, tubig lang imuhang inumon. The problem ana is ang mga tao dili mukaon, sige ma-ulcer. Ma-ulcer, magasgas ang tinae, mabuslot ang tinae, mamatay kay ma-ulcer. Okay. Because there is peristalsis. Kanang peristalsis, siging kumot ang tinae kay maggaling siya sa atong mga kaon. Now, karon og sige siya kumot wa siya gigaling, mabuslot yun, magasgas ang tinae. So, mamatay ang tao, madugayan kay ma-ulcerated siya, ulcer siya. Another problem. Pero, why you have that ascension oil? Because it is intended. It is intended for that particular purpose. Para ito ng mga pagkaon, ang mga bata, for example, aging, pating gamaya nilang edad, 1 year old or even 9 months, maupay pagkatao niya, o niya, kaning walay pagkaon, for example. Ang mga bata nga gagmay pa kayo niya, in kaso wala na gyud pagkaon, mamatay na sila without food, without water, without food for the body. Even water lang inyong ipainom nila, di gyapon ka survive, because it does not only water the body needs. It does not only the physical body needs water. Kinahanglan kompleto sa vitamins and minerals. Okay, here is the point. Once you have the ascension oil, ipainom ninyo sa bata o sa katakob, okay, painom na lang ninyo silang tubig o wala dyan pagkaon paranglit, dili magasgas ang tinae. So it means to say mo pikot ang tinae. In fact, dili gud siya maunsa, then maanad na ang bata, even pila ka tuig, dili gud siya pakanon og mga pagkaon, mo survive siya, mabuhi ang mga bata. So meaning you cannot die because there is no food supply. You can only exist life because always you can exist life because there is vital essence of nature. So that is why it must be we learn ourselves, we learn by this time as earlier as now how to use the art of survival even in the old age. Itong old age ngayon is really a problem. And in fact, by this time it's good because we have science. Science now is looking forward how they can counter old age. So that's why today, ang healing karon is, okay, maputol imong dunggan, gipaakog kabayo. Okay, pwede na siya because you can implant mga cells. We know that by science today, ang cells mo tubo, mo regenerate ang mga cells. Muna doon na technology niyang maabot nga ang healing, which is very advantage nga mutubo na balik ang imong dunggan. Yan advantage bukog because ang mga bone cells will reproduce. So mabot siya ng panahon nga sooner from now nga ang technology ingana na pod kung maputol imong tudlo, mutulo ng tubo nagbalik, musumpay na po kay tudlo. So it means to say that is the advancement of the education of science and technology. And in this time, what if we do not understand about inner cultivation? We do not understand about spirituality because we believe that because we have this power, we have this mantra, we have this divine word, we will survive on these coming days. No, it's not. It's very difficult because the formula of this time is complete surrender to the Most High. When you have complete surrender to the Most High, okay, inner cultivation, submit yourself to the foundation of knowledge and wisdom. So that's why in Dugukan's Creed, there is the Dugukan's Creed, foundation of knowledge and wisdom. So I am the spirit of Dugukan, foundation of knowledge and wisdom. Because submit yourself. We must submit ourselves to the knowledge and wisdom. Then who is the face of the knowledge and wisdom? What is the face of the knowledge and wisdom? Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. Okay, what is the face of knowledge and wisdom? Okay, that's it. That's why inner discovery. That refers to the Most High. That refers to the Most High. Then if I would claim, for example, any one of us would claim that we are God. If we are God, we can solve the problems of the entire planet by this time. Okay, we get the point. So, there is the Supreme, the Most High, that will give the future of everyone in the entire planet. And it will only take one angel to cleanse up the entire planet. But why the Most High God, Lord God of heaven, does not send us one angel to save us from the difficulties, from the oppression of lives in the planet by this time? That's because there is the supreme law of equilibrium, and there is a precise lesson that everyone must discern what must achieve in life, and that is soul realization. Soul realization. So we cannot boast ourselves and boasting our human negative ego that okay, we are now here, we are now in the right track, we are now in the right position, because of course there is a precise lesson which is soul realization. So the planet and every existence therein is in the process of purification. And where are we going to walk our life so that we will not be regretful in the end of this existence, mortal physical, in the third dimension? We should walk our life by the light of the heart wisdom. Walking your life by the light of heart wisdom. Enhance the energies that you have, enhance the gift of heaven that you have. We should have the skills. Okay, what is beyond skill? Ano ba to ng beyond skill? Okay, parang nakadungog ko mga tubag. Beyond skill is gift of heaven. So, talent. So, talent is beyond skill. If you have the talent, you have the skill combined together, that will make it whole. So there are so many potentials. You have talent. There are so many potentials within. We only need to harness all those potentials, and we will become useful not only for the people in your surrounding, not only for the people in your community, in this nation, but for the entire planet, for the entire planet. And we must be resorting into the art of energy healing, because the world is comprising of energy. And what's going on? Negative vibrations, energy. Okay, positive vibration, energy. So energy, not steam engine, not electricity, not magnetism, not nuclear forces. Energy as a whole. Okay, the physical body, the energies that we get from the foods we eat. We are actually extracting energy from the dead plants. Okay, the planets, energy from the nature, vital essence of nature. So we are not only absorbing energy from the plants, minerals, likewise spiritual energy, the undefinable energy that science cannot really discern it because it's beyond the power of our laboratory. Right? So this is the point in time we are going to realize what's going on in the surroundings, what's going on in our life. Okay, because we believe that we are unfortunate. Okay, truly we are unfortunate. When you believe that you are sick, okay, truly you are sick because you are creating chemicals that can poison your physical body. So it's important to know about biology of life, biology of belief, biology of faith, and biology of spirituality. Is there biology of spirituality? Okay, thanks so. Thanks so, because this is the reality in life. Order of reality that we must walk our life by the light of wisdom, and we will be secured. We will be saved. We can ascend life into higher dimension. We are able to suppress all the negative energies from negative psychic attacks, from the viruses, and life for us is blissful. Life for us is always blissful. So that's why, because we are blissful, I'm always I'm always telling myself, okay, alas 4 na. Ato bangon na po ng ato ang mga kaigsuunan. And I'm glad also kay naamang jud mo diha. And now also I see another one, Amanda Angel Sims. Okay, welcome Amanda, and this is the holistic art of the Wukan wellness exercise. So the planet by this time there is planetary ascension. Okay, we'll again continue. What's the time by this time? 5:38? Huh?
58.
Oh, 58. Okay, 5:58. So, planetary ascension. Why is it planetary ascension? Because really planetary ascension. And for the civilizations, they are higher beings, immortal by nature. And I'm very particular of the names of the angels in the Munhandrim and Belhandrim categories. They are angels in the second class. And the one that is actually beyond the mortal dimensional and actually beyond Morka is the Supreme Superlight Angels. And all the rest angel civilizations. Okay, we human, we are in the type 0 because we are taking our energies from the dead plants, coal and oil. So it means to say we are studying nature, as I said, and I'm repeating this words. We are humans are studying nature, of course, in the exploration of discerning more about reality of nature. And the type 1 civilizations, of course, they are stellar by science. They are stellar. It means to say they can control the stars. So, and the type 2 of civilizations, they can control the galaxy, the cosmos. So because they are immortals. Okay, now why are going to arrange our life in the spiritual side? Because there is process of purification by this time. The planet is really ascending. The planet is really expanding. When it comes to ascending, that is an ascending because we are orbiting in our solar system. So, what I'm talking about ascending, we are ascending spiritually. Spiritually. So the consciousness is accelerating. The cosmos is accelerating. There is acceleration and expanding now until the point in time that we will reap into the final day of ascension. And in the process of the ascension are forces of nature. Forces of nature, violent force of nature. And of course, nature itself is not violent because it's not violence because it's for the higher beings, it's actually normal. But because people are in the parlance, in the level of this existence, in the level of this spiritual growth, so it could be very dangerous for the humans when it comes to violent force of nature. Then likewise for the viruses, the negative side effects of technologies. So those are something like people could not really secure themselves without divine guidance. So that's why we must have complete surrender to the most infinite so that we will be guided in our lives, how we are going to survive the trials of time as we go along in this journey of life. As we go along in this journey of life. So education is really important. Re-education is not actually important, but it is actually a must. And 95% of the education, you can get it here in the cosmos itself. So it means to say 95% of the education, you can get it in the universe. Make nature, make the entire planet, make the entire cosmos as your school. The school for your learnings. Okay, so for sa mga katong ingon na alo ay kay takawat ka eskwela, okay, pang eskwela mo sa kinaiyahan. Kaya the brilliant minds, the geniuses of the world, makasabot sila sa nature. That's because they are studying nature and their school actually is nature. If we weren't by nature itself, they could not understand the law of nature itself. They could not understand the law of the universe. That's because they are not studying nature. So it means to say, this is the universe, the totality of everything, the cosmos, the spiritual world. And this, of course, part of the spiritual world. The mortal physical, that's why in the third advance in the realm, comprising of 15 elemental dimension, the 14th and the 15th, which corresponds to the fourth, which corresponds to the third dimensions of the world, this is part of the advance in the realm. We are in the lower frequency. So that's why there is planetary ascension, so that the planet will be born into a star. A star, how could a planet born into a star? Okay, transformation. Anyway, I'm talking about a different meaning. A planet that will be born into a star. You are a star. At this time, you are a planet. Why? Because you are not helium, hydrogen. Okay, did you get the point? The planet is fire. No, the planet is not fire. Advanced elements. The the star is fire because helium, hydrogen. Helium, hydrogen. That is fire. The sun is can consume material things because it's fire. And who among us here can dwell in the sun? There is nobody. We can dwell in the planet in this kind of nature because we are suitable. We are suitable in this kind of nature. Then going into the sun, going closer with the stars is impossible at this present life evolution. At this present life, at this present wave of advancement of technology. So that's why two kinds of ascension. Two kinds of ascension, and we must not be misled with these two kinds of ascension. Ascension by technology, and the one which is ultimate, ascension by spirituality. And does not mean that you have to eradicate, you have to delete your physical body. There is transformation. And that's why there is a need to undergo actual inner discovery. Anyway, this is actually the things that we are talking are advanced. Okay, well, let's go back first with the basic. Because the things that we are talking, I'm pretty sure that we only can understand these things. And in fact, majority of the people in the entire planet, they do not understand what it's about ascension into higher dimension, supreme superlight angels, spiritual world, third dimension, fourth dimension, fifth dimension. That's because the orientation of life is not in that particular concern. So, meaning we will deal with the basic. The basic is energy healing, magnetism. So, we are going to use electromagnetic force in the physical body to heal and balance the energies of our physical body and to rid off the negative energy contaminations if ever there is negative energy contamination happens in our body. So, use the energy healing. You already have the scanning system, the finger stroking system, the scanning energy system, energy healing system. Okay? Okay, I will read first message from engineer. In behalf of all members of the Gukan, or the Foundation of Pillars, the, the three realms, Mr. Agrada Murka, we thank you, GM, for uniting efforts. You always have the great blessings within you towards all of us as your students, the art of life PS 172, and to the spiritual knowledge or martial arts. Thank you so much. Okay, GM. Okay, you mentioned my name. Okay, anyway, it's great. Thank you, engineer. And now everybody knows my name. Okay, I did not expect that you write my name there. Then now everyone knows my name here. Okay, anyway, it's okay. I did not put my name, my whole name, because I remember that nobody could really write my name exactly at the first time of when I'm hearing my name, because the name is something like not easy to spell. Okay, that's my name. Thank you, Igmat. Thank you, Engineer. Okay? From Jeneth Rosario Cabardo is watching. Okay. Oh, nausab na po ni ngalan ni Juan, ni Jenny. Allah ini. Okay. Welcome, Jenny, and nice to see you here, and welcome sa ating Holistic Art. Today, before we end our session here, we are going to do energy healing. Okay, we are going to use the scanning system because the scanning system is really powerful. At this time, put your presence in the divine connections of the Supreme Master of Heaven, Supreme Superlight Angels, particular command of angels ordained to help and to do the healing, to give supply energy for healing. Okay, connect. Okay, follow my gesture, and everybody, as you perceive the energy, okay, we are now going to connect. At this very moment, you are connected with the angels of the Supreme Light, bridging the divine radiance of the Most High for the divine healing of life and nature. Okay, today we can begin our divine healing, self-healing. Okay, let's do first self-healing. Then right after this, we'll proceed to the distant healing. Okay, now begin your healing right now. Whatever part of your body you feel something like you need to heal, okay, do it. Do it. And energy now is connected. Okay, energy release. Begin your healing. Okay, everybody follow this title. Divine healing. Healing to cleanse off the negative energies contaminating the energy body and to rid off all the bad lucks and healing against all negative psychic attacks and to disconnect from the negative source of energy from negative psychic attacks. Energy release. Okay, second version, second healing. Okay, we are going to make distant healing. Anyone that you would like to heal, a relative or someone, okay, you can send them energy healing. Connect to the angels of the Most High, Supreme Super Light Angels for divine healing, for distant healing. Okay, energy release. Begin your healing. Think of the person that you would like to heal. Send them energy healing by this time. Begin. Okay, next is, okay, that's all. Okay, thank you for the healing. We are going to give our thanks to the Supreme Master of Heaven, Supreme Master Akadastar, Supreme Super Light Angels, Most High, the angels of the Supreme Light, to all the angels of the Advanced Elemental, 100 billion angels, of course, to each one, to our guardian angels and spiritual masters. Atong pasalamatan ang gahom sa Most High. Name the name of your God, to whom your faith is believing. Thank you for the healing of life and for the healing that we receive, every healing that we receive in our lives. So then recite the 36,000 mystery. Okay, I think we are now in the time that we are going to close our forum. And of course, before we end our forum, I have to give you a reminder for everybody that joined the Holistic Art of Dugukan. First is you should have the copy of the Book of Dugukan because, of course, especially if you are far from the site, there are three lessons of Dugukan in the book. You can begin watching the illustrations of Art of Life, especially the Home Tube Camp. And by having the book, okay, when you read the literature of the book, you will with the words actually is where you're seeing and the revelation of what's a divine revelation. Then second, all the chapters continue the activities, home based, everything is home based until the ECQ is done. So home based lahat. And before you go to sleep, do your conscious astral journey. Set up your mind and put it into your program. Put it in your habit that you are going to do conscious astral journey because after you can do conscious astral journey, so you have opportunity to connect with advanced spiritual study. And of course, tonight will be the closing for our inner cultivation using the modality of water. And for anybody that would like to eat midnight, the usual food, okay, you can eat and close your inner cultivation. So, and then for those that will continue their conscious astral journey, okay, continue. You just eat your meal early morning. And right after this, I'll give you 5 minutes so that we can do collectively Art of Life 172. And tomorrow, again, we'll be having our live broadcast right here at the same time. Same time, we are going to do our live broadcast and home based. Everything is home based under the lockdown is under the ECQ is done. Okay, I bid farewell everybody and more power. Hasta la vista and see you tomorrow.